Just make sure we're live. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. Sending the invite. Okay, I am so sorry, everybody. We had some technical difficulties, but rest assured, things are fixed now. I just pretty much had to go through Mac OS and enable the permissions for the screen sharing. I didn't even know that they were disabled beforehand. But anywho, this is pretty much take two of getting this stream off the ground. So let's try this again, shall we? Hey everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here. Welcome to the 2023 Slackware Live installation. I'm just waiting for the birthday boy to get in here, Benny Boy, and then we'll get started. Um, Before we get started, just letting y'all know, if you enjoy these live streams just as much as I do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Uh, Once again, I apologize. This is take two of getting this thing off the ground. Technical difficulties happen with Mac OS, but it is what it is. But it's fixed now. Now we're just waiting for Benny Boy to get in here, and then we'll get started. Okay. Uh, there. All right. Oh, there you are, Seeker. Good. You found the new stream. Perfect. Now we're just waiting on Benny Boy to get in here and we'll get started. But yeah, found out that the permissions for screen sharing were not enabled yet, so had to shut down the browser, enable them, and now screen sharing should now hopefully work, but it's unfortunately on StreamYard because had some technical difficulties with Jitsi, so we'll use StreamYard for now, that's okay. All right. I'm just waiting for Ben to accept the invite and we'll get started with this live installation. Oh, there you are.
I'm here, Ricky.
There you are. Uh-oh.
Shit, that's... Yeah, Ricky, I have to take a basket upstairs.
Go ahead. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now let's try this again. Share screen. screen sharing's working. Nice. All right. Let me go get a cup of coffee and we will get started once I'm back. Hold on just a minute.
All right. All right, Ricky, I'm back. Oh, damn. Okay. Hey, guys. I'm back here. Okay. Press the link.
Oh,
6. Yep.
all right. You back, Ben?
Yes, Ricky.
Is my screen coming in okay?
Yeah.
All right. Then without further ado, are you ready?
I just put it into Windows, so I'm setting up my virtual machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I had to re-release the July ISO for Storm OS because I encountered a installer error I had to fix.
An install error.
Yeah, Calamari's, I had one of the modules configured wrong.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I fixed it. So
Okay.
we're good.
All right. I say we've kept the audience waiting long enough. What do
Yeah,
you say?
I'm just setting up the VM right now. I just have to
All
set
right.
the RAM, the etc.
Okay, so essentially, when it comes to Slackware, people, we are presented with this screen. All you really have to do is simply just press your enter button, and it will go into default.
Yeah, which this is going to be an Encurse's installer, obviously.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a gooey, pretty Calamari's mumbo jumbo kind of situation here.
Hold on a minute.
What?
I gotta reset it. For some reason, it's not letting me boot into the kernel for some reason.
Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah, all I gotta say is it wouldn't be a live stream, without VirtualBox having a bit of a hiccup,
yeah. Oh, it detected me on a 32 kernel. What?
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh, I
How
have the
do
operating system set wrong.
Don't worry, people. I'm just powering down the machine, then restarting it. Not a big deal.
Yeah. I just got to turn it on again.
Sometimes VirtualBox has a hiccup.
Yeah. Ricky, I found the problem with it.
Oh, what's that?
It has to be set to Linux and then Linux 64-bit. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, check if yours is set to that because mine was not.
It is.
Okay, good.
Okay,
I
so
just put it
now,
into the Slackware root FS.
okay, all you have to do is once the black screen, the letters come up, just press enter and it'll
Yeah,
default to.
yeah. I'm in the root prompt right now.
Yeah. So next screen that comes up, people, is you get this little lovely keyboard mapping system. Basically if you just essentially press enter once again, default English keyboard.
Yep.
Now Now we are at this lovely little screen here. For those that are new to Slackware, you might want to read this carefully because it's important information.
Yep. And now,
And now what we're going to do is type in root and then we press setup.
yeah.
Don't seem to have any partitions on this machine. You'll need to make at least one. That's fine. Okay, so what we have here, folks, is what was once known in 1993 as an in-cursus installer. This is basically how you installed Slackware and Linux distributions previously until other better installers came along, like, for example, Ubiquiti, Calamaris, and other forms of installers that you've seen over the past 30 years or more that Linux has been around.
Yeah.
But the Incursus installer, people, was the first major Linux installer.
And it's really
So
not that hard to use, to be honest.
no. So what you got to do first is if you don't want to mess with the swap, you don't have to mess with it or
Yeah,
the
and I gave my RAM in this VM like 10 gigs, so I'm not gonna have a swap.
okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much target the part.
Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't want to
Oh
target.
goodness. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, if we have to partition to the command line, that's gonna suck.
yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Probably yes, Ricky.
Yeah, read Slackware entirely documentation. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I set up a partition on my virtual
What,
box
Mom?
recently.
He's upstairs.
Okay, so what we're going to do here.
I'm gonna use CF disk personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get into the thing, but because for some reason it's not allowing me to target my partition. So hold on a second. I gotta see if I have a partition in this thing. Okay.
Yeah, just exit out for a second, Ricky.
That's most likely what I'm gonna have to do. Most
Mhm.
likely. So let's just power down the machine.
No, just hit cancel.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. It's been a little while since I've used VirtualBox, so.
Oh.
Okay, so let me just look in VirtualBox to see if I have a partition in here. Hold on. Okay, storage. Yeah, there is a .vdi for Slackware. It's a 30.95 gigabyte. Okay.
Or he's on Mac OS and all, so he can't do that. We're gonna have to partition this manually, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. But before I do, I'll just click the live button there.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, it says right here, Slackware.bdi, 30.95 gigs. Yeah, there's a drive definitely in here. So let's just restart the thing,
Okay.
and I will share this thing once I actually get past the whole targeting thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Okay, let me. Okay, yeah, get past the key map, go in as root, CF disk. Okay, do a DOS partition like usual. Make sure it is the bootable flag. Right, yes. There we go. Now it should load up. Okay, so now we can share the screen now. So now I got that I can yes, this is Catalina on a mid 2012 MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
I've been using Catalina for the longest time, and it works wonderful. I got this dual booting alongside Endeavor OS, but I'm fixing my Endeavor OS installation right now because it's had a few hiccups. So, all right. So, all right, Benny boy, can you see Slackware now?
Hold on. Um. Yeah.
Okay, let me just put the screen, so the Bird VM screen this way. This way I can still see the live chat. Okay, now what we're going to do is type setup. Then we're going to go to target partition.
Yeah.
Select the 31 gigabyte partition format.
Mhm.
And now there's many different file systems that you could select. I mean, ButterFS is one of them. JFS, XFS. There's all sorts. The one I always prefer using is ext4 because it's tried, it's true, it's tested, it's been tested on multiple systems. So we'll do that.
Mhm. I had to
Now,
reset my VM too because I don't know why, but that's a weird bug in Slackware that I'm seeing.
yeah. All right, so now I'm pretty sure that you remember this screen, Ben, from the 2019 Slackware Live Demonstration that we did with Surge. Basically, we got to pick things that we don't need. So, okay, so what we're going to do is Emacs don't need, this don't
Yeah, it's
need.
still not letting me partition it in the GUI.
That is very weird. I mean, did you do a CF disk?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Get out of the setup thing if you're in there and go into
yeah,
CF disk and make your drive.
yeah. I'm doing that right now.
Let's see. Games we don't need
Yeah, because it's not
because
going to be a gaming installation by any means of the word.
install everything. Oh my God, everything is out of the. Yeah, true, true. It's out of the box, but the thing is, I'm doing a more minimal Slackware installation for me. I'm doing XFCE.
Same.
So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, I think I've gotten rid of enough. Press OK. Now, now the option I recommend people, if you're doing this for the first time, select TERS because it'll be one line essentially. So,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't see any games in here, Ricky, to get rid of.
if you go, if you're in the
Yeah,
list where you can check and uncheck things, Ben, go all the way to the bottom.
yeah.
If you look at the very bottom, you'll see a bottom option where it says games. Uncheck that. Unless you want the games, I mean, you don't have
Well,
to have them if you don't want to. All right, so we're gonna pick the Terse installation, and now the Incursus installer is going to install all of this, and Basically, while this is going, essentially, I can pretty much give a little bit of a brief history of Slackware. Basically, from what
No.
Serge told me back in 2019 when I did the very first Slackware live station on the channel. Essentially, from what I can recollect, the founder of Slackware, Patrick Vogelting, at that time, was essentially trying to get a Lisp program in order to do a project that he wanted to work on. Well, essentially, soft landing systems, essentially a really early on Linux system that would become the basis for Slackware, had pretty much that type of program that he was looking for. So his professor basically wanted him to install Slackware on a well, and to install self-learning systems on a computer. But before he did that, the one thing that Patrick Volkerting noticed is that soft landing Linux systems had a lot of bugs, had a lot of errors. So he fixed those beforehand, then installed them on a machine.
Yeah.
Well, his professor asked him, "Could you install? Could you fix the bugs during the installation?" And right then and there, that is how Slackware became to be. You pretty much got a really good installation with all the bug fixes done right there off the bat. And essentially, essentially from that point forward, started the first big Linux family known as Slackware. Now, Slackware had a very unique philosophy. They wanted to try it. Slackware's philosophy was basically to try to stick to the to the old Unix philosophy as closely as possible. And for those who are wondering, what is the Unix philosophy? Do one thing and only one thing, but do that one thing very well and perfectly well. That was the Unix philosophy, and that's pretty much how Slackware's philosophy was. You got pretty much a really good installed system right off the bat. Also, you did also once you got the system fully installed, you can pretty much customize Slackware however you want. Whether you want it to be for multimedia, you can have it for multimedia. If you wanted to use it for server purposes, you can use it for server purposes. Back then, it was very ideal to use Slackware as a server because back then, a Slackware server had almost no updates. That's how good a Slackware server was back then, and it's still like that today. So if you run a good server, go with a Slackware server because you're not going to get updates that often, and it'll be solid as a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ben, I forgot to mention this. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks, Ricky.
Yeah, how could I forget your birthday, Benny boy? I mean, this is your
Mm.
birthday present after all, relearning how to use this old distro.
Yes. And by the
Um,
way, one of my friends who's coming to my party just messaged me that they're on their way.
I see.
I didn't suspect that yet. Anyway, we can keep going even though regardless. But yeah.
That's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take a little bit for this to install. Another thing that I will say
Oh snap.
is I'm not going to go into any of all the ways to install packages in Slackware. If you want to know everything about the different techniques to install packages, you can just look on my channel back to the 2019 version of the Slackware Live installation where Surge goes over each process of installing a package in Slackware. What
Yeah.
I'll be going over though is the basic way, the basic ways to install a package in Slackware. There's two ways to do it, and I'll be showing you how those two ways
Yeah.
operate in this live stream. Um, we're gonna do a, also the one thing I will show off as well is basically how you update the system, how you set up the mirrors, because I remember how to pretty much do all that.
Do all that crap. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my computer to stay plugged in because it's running out of battery.
Oh, you're on low battery?
Yes, right here.
Ah, Darth Vader, welcome to the Slackware Live installation.
Yeah. Welcome,
Okay.
Vader. Good to see you, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, this will take a couple minutes, but another thing I did want to bring up as well is what next month's live Linux installation is going to be, and the for next month I'm going to be doing a live installation of Void Linux. I've used Void Linux in the past on bare metal. It worked really well for what I needed it to do back then. So installing it should be fairly easy. I know the package manager, XBPS, and it shouldn't be that much of an issue. With Void Linux, with Void Linux, I'm going to be doing an XFCE install just to make the process more easier. So that'll be for that installation will be set for August 15th at 5 p.m. Though I may move it back a little earlier to August 5th at 5 p.m. most likely because this is going to be my next live installation. I think August 5th might be better than 15th. So we'll just do August 5th, 5 p.m. for the Void Linux live installation. So that'll be next month. Another announcement I want to get out of the way right now is the next Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat will be August 2nd at 5 p.m. August 2nd is the first Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat for August. I do have one on the 31st scheduled, and this will be the first one that we're going to use Jitsi on. So now that my screen sharing is working properly, I should now be able to screen share into Jitsi with very little problems. So
Yeah.
because what the problem was beforehand is the Mac OS security wanted the permissions granted for the screen sharing, so I had to close all the browsers out and get that together.
Yeah.
Now the screen sharing is working just fine. So
Yeah.
for Edo Pro Dual Night on the 31st, we're going to be using Jitsi because this way we can have an unlimited amount of people in here. I'll be right back, man. I'm going to get me more coffee.
You got it. Mm. All right. Mhm. Yeah. Uh, excuse me, folks. Tick tock, ticky tock, ticky tock. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, I'm back, people.
Okay, Ricky. Now here's the thing. Um, like I said, my party starts in like an hour and 14, so I'm afraid I'll have to watch the end of this after my party. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
All
That's
right, all
not.
right. That's what I'm gonna have to do because I will finish the rest of this when I'm done. So,
Okay.
all right, Ricky. Well, thanks, and I'll catch you a little later.
All right. Thanks for coming, buddy.
All right, bye bye.
Bye. Okay. We're just basically gonna wait right here for this install to get done. The thing about Slackware is it's gonna take a little while, so. Okay, so it's Rust is still installing. Yeah, it's a pretty big package, so that'll take a little bit. But once we get out of this installation, people, I will show you how to, once we're actually inside the system, I'll show you all how to make your user account, put your user account in the groups. Then I'll teach you all how to update the system and pretty much get a package two ways. Then after that, we'll pretty much call it. Hold on a minute, people. I gotta mute my microphone for just a minute, and I will be with you shortly after this install is Sorry that my microphone is on mute, everybody. I'm just watching my previous Slackware Livestream 2019 just so I can remember all the update commands and stuff because my memory's a little fuzzy. So bear with me for just a few minutes while I remember these commands, and I will be right back. Okay, people, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to look at my past live stream to remember remember the update commands. Now I remember them completely. So once we see once we see Rust get done, we should be able to continue with the rest of the installation. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but we're going to be in it for the long haul, I can assure you. Okay, let me check the comments. Yeah, don't install everything. Yeah, don't install everything. That's definitely right. which is why I only selected during the check and uncheck section of the Incurses installer what I needed and what I didn't need. Okay. In the meantime, what I can at least do is let you all know the latest releases from distrowatch.com. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, well, this is a surprise indeed. Linux Mint 21.2 is officially released as of today. Nice. Good. Ooh, and it's supported up to 2027. Cool. Nice. Also, the release candidate number 2 for MX Linux 23 as it is out. KDE Neon has its latest snapshot released. Smart OS has its latest snapshot. PF Sense for certain routers is updated to version 2.7.0. EasyOS is also updated to its latest version. Tails is upgraded to 5.15.1. Makulu Linux is updated to its latest snapshot. KaiOS is updated to its latest snapshot. Void Linux is updated to its latest snapshot, and Artrix Linux is updated to its latest snapshot. And that's pretty much what is released so far for distrowatch.com. All right. Rust is still installing. I don't know when that's going to get done. I mean, Rust is a big package, so hopefully before 5:30 we can get this thing installed without a problem. Hopefully. Hopefully Rust can install itself before 5:30, hopefully, because I don't want this stream to be a long stream if I can't help it. But anyway, while we're waiting here, I'm going to go get something to eat real quick, and I will be right back. Catch you Okay, people, I'm back. Let's see how the installation's doing. Okay, Rust is still installing. Okay. So yeah, looks like this is what I suspected. We might be waiting here a little bit, which I'm not surprised. Like I said, Rust is a big package, so and I got this VM running at 6 gigabytes of RAM, so hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Meantime, what I can do is while we wait for this kernel to, I mean, not kernel, while we wait for the installation to pick up speed again, I say to pass the time along, I can read you guys a few news articles. I think 9 to 5 Linux might be a good one. Ooh, there's a lot of news articles on here. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a good article. Linux Mint 21.2 Victoria is now available for download. Linux Mint 21.2 Victoria appeared today on the project stable mirrors around the globe, which means that an official announcement will soon be posted by the developers to notify users who want to download the latest version. Linux Mint 21.2 was in public beta testing since June 21st, which gave the developers enough time to fix the remaining issues and offer users a stable and rock-solid release, just like previous releases. Victoria is available with the Cinnamon, XFCE, and Mate desktop environments. This is the second announcement in the Linux 21. This is the second installment, sorry, in the Linux 21 series, which means that it's based on Canonical's long-term supported Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, and it's powered by the Linux 5.15 LTS kernel, which will also be supported for a few years. Very nice, I will say that. Very nice. Let's see here. Back to this article. While the XFCE and Mate editions include the XFC 4.18 and Mate 1.26 desktop environments that were present in the previous release, the Cinnamon desktop environment has been upgraded to the latest Cinnamon 5.8, which brings several new features and improvements. For all versions, the Victoria release also brings a global dark mode setting to support GTK4, Live Adwana apps, XDG desktop portal support to provide users with better compatibility for Flatpak apps, as well as support for Wayland sessions and in multiple keyboard layouts in the login screen. Okay. In addition, this release refreshes the look and feel of the distribution by adding new folder icons with different color variants. Improves the consistency of the tool tips to look the same across different apps and desktops. Real GNS, the tile bar buttons, and adds symbolic icons that adapt to their background. And there's other information on the latest release, but I'll just stop right there. Let me see how Rust is going. Okay, Rust is not doing anything still, so yeah, we're gonna be waiting here for a little bit. Okay. So yeah, Rust is a big package. Very big package. So I have no clue when this thing's gonna start moving again. This is a big package. Uh, but yeah, I don't mind waiting here for a little bit. Don't mind waiting at all. And what else is on 9 to 5 Linux here? I got it open on another tab. This way I can look at the news and watch the stream from a different tab. So let's see. Linux kernel 6.3 reaches the end of its life. Users urged to upgrade to 6.4. Okay. Star Labs unveils the Byte MK2 Mini Linux PC, drops AMD per Intel. Interesting. And it's literally going to take forever for Rust to install. I mean, for us to get done. I mean, at this rate, we could be sitting here for a long time. I've been pretty much eyeballing this screen for the past few minutes. I mean, because for some reason, Rust does not want to move right yet. So I guess it's going to be a long waiting period just to see when Rust will actually get done. This way we can move on with the installation. Oh well. I mean, I mean, most of you all have seen some of my installations in the past. Some have taken a very long time. Like for example, the Gentoo installation that took forever almost. Anyway, I'm gonna go make me another cup of coffee. I will be right back. Hey people, I'm back. Alright. Okay, so Rust still hasn't moved. That's interesting. Why isn't Rust? I mean, like, how big? I mean, I can see why. It's almost a gigabyte. So, yeah. Okay. Hold on just a minute, people. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. It's still not moving. Yeah, I do not recall Slackware taking this long to install in the past. I'm guessing Rust was a recent package added to it. Who knows? Coffee, anyway. Gotta have the coffee. Oh, well, folks, it seems that the installation is definitely at a standstill. At a standstill. Oh, just don't know when Rust is going to get done, but I hope it gets done too. Alright. I might as well check up on Discord. And let some people know that we're live anyway. Let me just pull up the VM right there. Yeah. Yeah, this hopefully Rust gets done by 7 p.m. at least. I would really hate to be in a live stream for a very long time because I got other stuff I got to get done. Normally, live installations don't take this long, but it seems that because of Rust, it's going to be a very long live stream because of a very long wait period just to get Rust finished. Yeah, but hopefully, people, that Rust won't take very long in order to get done. I'm just gonna say this, people. If I don't see Rust getting completed by, if I don't see it completed by at least 6:30, I may not have a choice but to basically call this essentially a part 1.5 to the last part, which was part one of the live stream. And part two of the Slackware live installation, if I do have to make a part two, may have to happen at some point once we get past the installation part. So yeah, there's a possibility, folks, that I may have to part two this one because it seems most of my time in getting this live stream ready for you all, it all was a lot of my time was taken from basically for number one, forgetting to set the permissions for the share screening, which I did not know I had to do that manually, so I apologize for that. The second thing that's apparently taken my time is Rust. So what I'm gonna do, folks, is I'm gonna give it till about 6 o'clock at least, because I got other things on my schedule I need to get done, and usually by now I would have been done. I would have pretty much been done with the live installation way before now. But a lot of technical difficulties, and now, from what it seems like, a very long package installation such as Rust is going to hold this thing back a little bit. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to give it till 6 o'clock, and if I don't see Rust installed by the time 6 o'clock happens and we don't see any progress in the installation, I'm going to have to pretty much have no further choice but to call this a part 1.5 and essentially pick this thing up again tomorrow as part two, where we can continue through the entire process. I apologize, folks, if this live stream was whopper jawed. I can't help but apologize many times. So much has happened. And plus, I mean, with Rust being a big package, it's pretty much a hard decision to make, but has to be done. So, if I don't see Rust installed by 6, we're going to call this a part 1.5, and we will pick this up again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I have to do a part two to the Slackware live installation, it will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So keep a lookout for that. I'll make sure to put it on the schedule. But no, I'm keeping an eye on my clock. So we have 11 minutes to go. So we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping that Rust will get done, but with how this is looking, I have a tiny, 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 tiny bit of doubt. So, but no, I mean, looking back on my previous Slackware Live installation many years ago, I don't remember Rust being a package that was included in the install. I don't remember. So the only thing I can really think of is it must have been a recent ad with Slackware 15, which most likely it was. Yeah. But anywho, I apologize for you all waiting so long to see a fully installed VM, but unfortunately, from what it's looking like, I'm going to have to call this a part 1.5 at 6 o'clock and finish the setup tomorrow. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Maybe maybe the Linux penguins up above will smile on this VM and make it go quick. Who knows? So we're just gonna have to sit here and just be patient and wait. I can at least look at the at what packages I see in this thing while we're waiting here. So what do we got here? Okay, LLVM, as expected, that's a big packet. That's a pretty big package. You got NASM, Mason, Make, M4, LibTool, Ninja, Parallel, Perl, PKG config, uh, Renutils, Ruby, and right there, Rust. 939 megabytes. That's a pretty big package, in my opinion. Pretty big. All the other packages did, from what I remember, all the other packages, excluding Rust, did not take long to install to get their install process done. They only take like a few seconds, maybe a minute, or maybe a minute or two. But Rust has pretty much been sitting on an install on a ongoing install phase for almost an hour, and I'm not liking this. Not liking this at all. I mean, I will admit though. I will admit. I mean, Slackware is a wonderful, wonderful Linux distribution. One of my favorites. But I will say though, the install process is a little lengthy, if I do say so myself. But like I keep saying, it is what it is. That's just Linux for you. Okay, we pretty much have about 5 minutes almost until I have to make a decision on what to do about the status of the live stream because Rust is definitely holding this stream back. I mean, this thing's install process is a long, lengthy process, very lengthy. I mean, for 939 megabytes, you would think that it wouldn't take at least no more than an hour to install. But from what I gather, but from what I'm seeing, it may be a little longer than that. Huh. I mean, it's not that I'm like frustrated or anything like that. I mean, well, I take that back. Maybe I'm a little annoyed by the fact that we gotta wait, but uh, how many times have I waited for install processes with Linux over the years? A lot of waiting hours have been spent on distros. But no, in about 5 minutes, people, if nothing changes, I'm just going to call the stream here until at least tomorrow when hopefully the installation can actually get beyond Rust and get to a point to where I can show you all how to update the system, how to make a user, and 2 ways to install programs. So most likely keep a lookout for a part 2 tomorrow on this, since we're pretty much at a major standstill at this point. But I do want to say though, if you have enjoyed this this part, this part to the Slackware Live installation, please smash that like button, ring a ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Um, um, August 5th, 5 p.m. is the Boyd Linux live installation. That's the official set in stone date now. August 5th, 5 p.m. is Boyd Linux. Um, so that's going to be an interesting installation. One of my favorite distros, wonderful Calamaris installation, and in my opinion, a very unique and interesting package manager. Wonderful package manager, in my opinion. So keep a lookout for that. Also, the next NO Dual Night is July 31st, 5 p.m. Also, when it comes to the status of my cosplay channel, hopefully, if I can get around to it, this Saturday will be the official relaunch of my cosplay channel. So keep a lookout for that. I'll be doing a channel update on this very channel within the coming. Actually, I'll do a channel update Tuesday to give you all an update on the cosplay channel and a link to the channel itself. So keep a lookout for that. Also, what other announcement do I need to make? Oh, yes. Yes. There is an Edo Pro Dual Night scheduled for August, but I have not announced what the date for it is going to be as of yet. A final definitive date will be will be given on the Tuesday channel update, right after I give you guys the information on the cosplay channel. But all I gotta say, guys, is with Rust taking a lot of time to get done installing, I think it's as good as a time as ever to basically at least call this live stream for now and just call this a part 1.5. So what I'm going to do, everybody, is I am going to pretty much wrap things up right here, at least for now. I will be going live once again with part 2 of the Slackware Live installation tomorrow at 5 p.m. But until then, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later. Have a good rest of your day, all, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 2.